Right, students, can someone please confirm whether you all can see me and hear me clearly? Can someone please confirm in the chat box that you all can see me and hear me clearly? Right, students, can someone please confirm whether you all can see me and hear me clearly in the chat box and see the tute as well, which I'm showing. Can't see the meeting chat. Can someone please put it again? Can't see it in the meeting chat. Can someone please confirm it again, if you don't mind? Right, okay. Right, okay. Let's start. Okay, so this question, so the question that we were supposed to do last week, which I didn't explain y'all, that question is a past paper question, and that question is having some issues. So make sure you don't go through that question. It's a bit of a confusing question, right? So make sure you just disregard the question number 7. Okay, so it has not been worded, and during this A-level paper, the examiner had also given the full marks for the students, even though the students had not attempted. Okay, right? So let's move on to the next one. company business records with bank statements and identify reason for differences. Okay, so under this, give me a second. Give me a second. Right. Okay, students. So we'll start. Okay. So under this, okay, identify the reasons for differences that will be identified on the following comparison. Receipt journal with credit side of the bank statement. Okay. So what you need to write here, receipt journal with credit side of the bank statement. Under this, you will be getting what? Unrealized checks. Okay. Unrealized checks is what you will be getting on the receipt journal with credit side of the bank statement. You don't need to worry about anything. I know this is not easily understandable unless we do a question, right? Once we do questions, everything would be easy for you, right? And then the next one, credit side of the bank statement with receipt journal, right? Okay, so make sure you write here direct deposits, dividend income, right? So just make sure you're writing it. After that, I will explain during the question how to get this, right? Okay. Payment journal with debit side of the bank statement. It is unpresented checks. Okay. And then the debit side of the bank statement with the payment journal will give you what? Standing orders, bank charges. Right? Okay. So make sure you write this. This is dividend. Okay. Dividend income. Right? So once you finish this, we can move on to the next question. Right? Okay. So let's move on to the next one. Okay. So again, we are moving on to the next question. Right? First of all, reading the additional information. Business does all cash transactions through the bank. Cash control account is agreed to bank statement balance. Number one, cash control account for the month of January 2023. Amended cash control account for 31st Jan 2023. And the bank reconciliation statement. Right? So let's move on. Very simple. Right? I want to open an Excel spreadsheet. The same Excel spreadsheet which we used, we have to use it again. We used the same one the last week. Right? Okay. So now I'm going to share the Excel sheet. Someone please confirm whether you all can see the Excel sheet right now. Someone please confirm whether you all can see the Excel sheet now. Right? Thank you, Ziana. Thank you, Ashini. Right? Okay. So let's move on. Let's move on to the next question. Right? Very simple one. First of all, they are asking the cash control account. How will you prepare? Very simple. Very simple. The cash control account which they have given, which they have asked, you are going to prepare. And then in additional information as well, they have said that the bank statement balance is agreed with the cash control account balance. Now, I'm not going to give you much time because you all have done so many cash control accounts, okay? Right? So let's move on quickly to the answer. Right? And then now I'm going to get the cash control account. I'm going to get a copy of this because I can do that in an Excel sheet. Okay. Right. Okay. And then I'm going to erase all of these. Very simple. What is this happening? There is something wrong with this. Okay. Give me a second. Right. Okay. So now I'm going to share the Excel sheet with you all. There is some technical issue there. Right. Okay. So I'm sharing the Excel sheet right now, and then we can move on to the next question. Very simple, huh? Right? Without using this format, we can use any other format as well. Okay. Without using this T account format, we can go with any other format as well. Right? So what I'm going to do here is, right, I'm directly starting with the opening balance. Okay. So first let's put the topic heading cash control account. cash control account. Okay, so this is the heading. And then number 1, opening balance. How much is the opening balance? Can someone please tell me how much is the opening balance? In the tube they have given what is the opening balance. Can someone please tell me? Can someone please tell me how much is the opening balance? Waiting. Does anyone know how much is the opening balance? In the additional information, the examiner has given cash control account balance as at 1st January 2023. That means 1st January 2023 means opening balance is agreed to bank statement balance. Now they have given a bank statement balance, opening balance. Okay. That opening balance is tallied with that is the same opening balance that you have to use. That is what the examiner is saying. Right? Come on, I need answers. Even if your answer is wrong, I have always told you, no problem. But please make sure you're sending what the answer is. Right. Thank you, Ziana. Very good. So the answer is 857 500. 857 500. Right. Well done, Ashini. Right. Okay. So that is done. And then it is a right. Now what you are going to do? First of all, you are receiving on 1st January, right? First, we'll record all the receipts, okay? First, we'll record all the receipts. Receipts means you have to add you have to add to this value, okay? Receipts means you are going to add. First of all, 280,000, you're going to add. I'm not going to put all the details here. You have to put this as debtors, okay? 280,000. You have to put this as debtors, okay? So I don't think I need to mention this again and again and give you and waste the time, right? 280,000. The next one, 270,000 is you are receiving debtors as cash, right? The other one was check, right? And then the rent income, okay? And then debtors 560,000. Another check, okay? So in front of debtors, if there is a number, that means you need to make sure that is a check number, right? So debtors 121,533 is a number. Additional capital, sales, dividend income, sorry, sales cash, and then dividend income, and then debtors for 65,000, right? So how much is the value of total receipts? 3,050,000 is the total receipts value, right? Okay. So, and then payments. Payments, what you have to do? You have to add or deduct? You have to deduct. Okay. So, how to get this? Yes, petty cash. I'm not going to write all the details here. The only first one I'm going to write, petty cash payment 4,500. You have to put as minus. Okay. Always make sure you're putting as minus. And then creditor payment through check, 200 minus 270,000. Very simple. Salary payment minus 280,000. Electricity bill minus 70,000. Creditors minus 400,000. Purchasers minus 360,000. Telephone bill minus 15,000. Creditors minus 560,000. Right? Very simple. To get the total, will give you as 1,959,500. How much is the cash control account balance? Account balance. Okay. So what you do? This value plus this value, and then you have to deduct this value, and it will give you 1,948. Your cash control account balance is completed. Right? Very simple one. Very simple one. We have done so many questions regarding this. Right? Once you are done, let me know so that I can go to the amended cash control account balance. Right, Ziana is done. What about Ashini? You are also done. We can, once you are done, please put it in chat box so that we can move on to the next question, next requirement. Right, okay. So let's move on to the next requirement. What is the requirement? Amended cash control account balance as at 31st January 2023. So how will you do this? Does anyone have an idea about how to do this? Is anyone having an idea on how to do the amended cash control account balance? Very simple question, huh? Is anyone having an idea? Do you all know how to do this? Very simple one, huh? I'm sharing the tute. Does anyone know how to do the second one? The second one, how to do? From where to start? Anyone has an idea? Ashini, Ziana, anyone has an idea how to do this? Very simple. The same question was repeated in not in A levels, but in O levels also. Okay, O level exam, 2015 exam. Okay, yeah, I did my O levels back in 2015. Okay, this same question, little bit of amendments were there. These are not this big. a smaller question was there in my O-level paper. But this is not an O-level question. This definitely is an A-level past paper question. See, those are repeating in both areas, right? So what you have to do, very simple. Now see, what is this? This is the bank statement. Listen to me carefully. You have to listen to me very carefully. This is the bank statement. Okay. Now you have to reconcile the items. Okay. Reconcile the items which are in the bank statement. In the bank statement, but not in the cash control account. You have to identify now. Very simple. Huh? You have to identify items that are in the bank statement but not in the cash control account. Very simple. Okay. In the bank statement but not in the cash control account. Okay. Right. Very simple one. So let's move on. Now you have to reconcile. Right. In the bank statement but not in the cash control account. This payment of 4,500 with this check number, is it available? Can someone please tell me, is it available in the cash control account? Yes, it is available. So we can just put as a tick. Okay. And then the next one, deposit cash 270,000. This 270,000 cash, is it available anywhere here? So this is what you need to just keep on reconciling. This is also available here. Debtors deposit cash. Very simple. Huh? This is why they are mentioned as cash. There is another 270,000. This is related to creditors and check. Okay, you can't do that. Very simple. You have to keep on reconciling. This one is also reconciled. This one is also reconciled. Deposit 280,000. Is this also available? Okay. Now I'm giving you all 5 minutes. Quickly, please tell me what are the non-reconciling items. Okay. I'm giving you all 5 minutes. By 8:35. Okay. Even before 8:35, you can put it in the chat box. It would be great. I'm not going to reconcile each one by one. I'm giving you all the opportunity. Okay. 5 minutes. right? Okay. So what I want is the unreconciling items. There are only two unreconciling items with the cash control account. Okay. So there are, if you take, there are four, sorry, yes, there are four, but what are those four unreconciling items? Yes, this 40,000, can you find it anywhere? This 40,000, can you find it in the, okay, so you're not looking at this, you're only looking at, first of all, this, okay? So checkbook charges 2,500 is not there, and debit tax 2,000 is also not there, right? Very simple. Did you all understand? These two parts are not there if you go through the cash control account. Is it okay? Ashini, Ziana, is it clear? These two are the only things that are not available in the cash control account. Apart from this, all the other stuff is available. Yes, okay. So Ziana, are you okay? Only these two are not available in the cash control account. Right. Okay. So what you have to do, very simple. Now you are going to the, now you are going to the Excel sheet again. Very simple. What you are going to do, cash control account balance is this. Okay. 1948,000. And then what you are going to do, the bank charge, what will happen to the bank charge? If there is a bank charge, it will reduce your cash control account balance. Okay, so minus 2,500. And then there is a tax. Tax will also reduce your cash control account balance. You get the sum out of this. This is your answer. Are you clear? Is this clear? Very simple. This is the amended cash control account balance. Amended cash control account balance. Is this clear? Very simple one. I told you it's a very simple question. Is this okay? Right? Yes. Very good. Very good. Okay. Right. So let's move on. Now the comes the deal, the bigger deal. Okay. What is the next question? The next requirement, bank reconciliation statement. Now how to do this? How to do this bank reconciliation statement? Very simple question. Bank reconciliation statement. Now you have to cross check what is there in the cash book. Okay. Okay. I will show you again. I will show you again. Okay. What the examiner wants. Okay. Very important to understand. You go through both ways. Okay. Now I'm showing you the tute. I hope you all can see the tute again. Right? If you all don't see the tute, please put in the chat box. Now I'm showing you the tute again. Right? Now what are we going to do is bank reconciliation statement. First of all, what did you do? First of all, what did you do? You went through each of these. You went through each of these balances: 4,500, 270, 280, 60, 560, all of these balances, and you went through the cash book. Now you have to do the opposite. Okay. Now you have to do the opposite. Okay. This 20, 30, 40, these things available in the bank statement. Okay. Are these stuff available in the bank statement or not? Right? I'm not going to give you time, okay, because this is just a basic question, right? So there are two things that are not available. What are those two things? What are those two things? Yes. What are those two? This 560,000 is not available, plus this telephone bill 15,000 is not available in the bank statement. If you can find, please tell me. Just go through the bank statement and see whether this 15,000 and 560,000 is available. No, right? Very simple, right? Okay. So I don't want you all to waste your time and go through the reconciling items and all. Right? So these two things are not available. Now what you're going to do? Very simple, huh? Bank reconciliation. Very simple. Now I'm again going to share the Excel worksheet. Okay. Bank reconciliation statement. Okay, very simple. And here we go. First of all, how to start? How to start the bank reconciliation statement? Yes, balance as per bank statement. Okay, balance as per bank statement is how much? How much is the balance as per bank statement? 2538. Okay, 2538 triple zero. And then these two are the checks. Okay, these two are the unpresented checks. How to identify whether this is an unpresented or unrealized? Okay, so you have given this check to a creditor, 560,000 worth check. You have given this to a creditor, but that creditor has not deposited in the bank. That is why it is not available in the bank. Telephone bill also 15,000. You have given the telephone SLT or service provider, any other service provider, you have given the check worth of 15,000, but that person has not included it in the bank. He has not deposited the check to the bank. Very simple, right? So this is unpresented checks. Okay, unpresented checks. How much is the value? One is 560,000, the other one is 15,000. Yes, done. And then what else? Yes, you have to adjust this balance as well. This 2,500 and 2,000. Okay, so this is plus. And then you have to adjust this minus 2,500 minus 2,000. What is this? Yes, the bank charges and the checkbook charges. Finally, you will arrive at the adjusted balance. Right? Adjusted balance. Right? Okay. Are we done? Clear? Is everything clear? Is everything clear? Siana, Ashini, is everything okay? Okay, so unpresented. Okay, you want me to do this again? So what has happened is this 560,000 and 15,000 are in the cash book as what? As payments, right? These are in the cash book as payments. These two are in the cash book as what? As you have done the payment. Okay, in which form? In a form of check. Okay, in a form of check is what you have done this, right? Okay, and then what next? What you are going to do is you have paid this as a check, but bank has not recognized this. Why? This creditor that you, this the person that you have paid through check, he has not gone and taken the check to the what? බැංකුවට දීලා නැහැ. Right? He has not given it to the bank. So what will happen? Bank will not recognize this, right? So you have to make sure this is what you have to do, but make sure you have to do it as minus. Okay, I have made a small error. You have to make this as minus. Okay, why? Your bank statement balance will reduce. Okay, did you understand? Did you understand, Ziana? Is it okay? Or you want me to explain again? Right, very simple, huh? Very simple. Right, okay, very good, very good. Right, so next one, we are moving on to the next question. Next question is a little bit difficult. Mark my words, it's a little difficult, but you have to think a lot. Okay, you have to think a lot when doing the next question. Next question seems very small, but it has some things that you need to make sure you are thorough with this. Right, so first of all, quickly let me know what is the cash control account balance. That is very easy, very straightforward. Cash control account balance, please let me know how much is the cash control account balance. Now, first of all, before moving on to this question, okay, please listen to me carefully. Okay, please listen to me carefully. If not, you all won't understand. Okay, please listen to me carefully. So, this value 435,000 is a debit balance. Okay, please carefully watch. In this question, that there is a debit balance of 435,000. In the previous question, if you take 857,000 opening balance was a credit balance. What does this credit balance means? If in the bank statement we use this as a positive balance, right? But if it is a debit balance in the bank statement, this is a minus balance. Make sure, keep this thing in your mind and quickly let me know what the answer for the cash control account balance is. Okay, the answer for the cash control account balance. Right, I'm not going to give you so too much time. Quickly, I want the answers for this. Yeah, and then Rizma, can you please put a message in the chat box that I can see the messages? I'm not able to see any messages from students who have joined past 8 a.m. So Rizma, please put something in the chat box so that it's easy to see whether am I able to see the chats. Right, okay, very good. Right, I can see. Right, okay. Right, so make sure you do it quickly. Very simple question. I'm going to not going to waste much time in this. Okay, need the answers quickly. Yeah. Right, okay. So let's start the answer. Let's start the answer. Okay, so very simple. 435,000. Again, we are going to do the same. Cash control account balance. Okay, cash control account balance is how much? Minus 435,000. Okay, it's minus value. Why this minus? Because it's a debit balance. I told all of you, this is a minus balance. Okay, and then if you are receiving something, what will happen? Right, you have to add this value. Very simple. Okay, so the receipt column, how much is the value? I'm not going to put each and everything. So the total is 588,000. Very simple. Right, so this is the receipt. I'm going to put the each and every one. The next one is the payment column. Okay, payment column is next. Yes, payment, you put it as minus. Very simple. Finally, how much is the value? 344,000. Very simple. Did you all understand? Very simple. Huh? Straightforward one. So easy question. Such an easy question. Cash control account plus. Once you have understood, please let me know. Rizma, we are in the question number 2. Okay, since you joined late, we are in the question number 2. Right, so Ziana is done. What about Ashini and what about Rizma? Are you all done? Can I move on? Very simple one. Very simple. It's so simple. Right, Ashini is also done. What about Rizma? Can I move on? Right, okay. So the next part, again the same thing that you're going to do it, okay? Very simple. The same thing that you're going to do it again. What you're going to do? Whatever that is there in the bank statement, but not there in the cash control account. Okay, quickly reconcile and give me the amended cash control account balance. Amended cash control account balance. Very simple. A very, very simple question. Very straightforward one. Okay, so I'm again sharing the. I'm going to share my share the tute which I have given. Okay, so now I'm sharing the tute. Very simple. What are the items that are not available, that are in the bank statement but not available here, apart from the checks? Come on, I need answers. What is there in the bank statement but not available in the bank reconciliation? Sorry, in the cash control account. What is there in the bank statement but not in the cash control? There are only two items. Can someone please tell me what are the two items? Yes, very good, very good. Ziana has given the answer. What about others? What about others? What about Ashini and Rizma? I need answers. What are the items that are available in the bank statement and not in the receipt and payment journal or cash control account? Very simple. Right? Okay. So let's move on. Transfers from P. Wilson. Right? Transfers from P. Wilson. It is not available in the cash control account. What is this transfers from P. Wilson? Yes. So this person is receiving money from P. Wilson. Okay. So you put plus 54,000. Very simple, huh? Plus 54,000. Right? I'm not going to put it here. I'm going to put it little down. 54,000. Right? And then there is a debit tax. Debit tax, what will happen? Will reduce. So you have to put it as minus. Okay. So what is the final amended cash control account balance? What is the final balance? Yes, the previous balance plus this plus this. Very simple. 290, 382. Am I correct? Is my answer correct? Did you all understand? Is everything okay? Ashini and Rizma, especially. Did you all understand what I'm doing? Very simple. Is everything okay? Is everything fine? Right. Okay. So very simple. The next one, what they're asking is the bank reconciliation statement. Okay. The next one they're asking is the bank reconciliation. Very simple. Bank reconciliation statement. Okay. So how are you going to start the bank reconciliation statement? You can start it as per the bank, sorry, just as per the cash control account. Cash control account is what you can start with. Okay. So this is how much? Minus 344,000. Right? Very simple. And then what you have to do? Yes. What you have to do? Can you all see my Excel sheet? I hope so. Okay. Cash control account 344. Now you have to go backwards. Whatever that is there in the receipt and payment journal, but not in the bank statement. Come on. There are three things. There are three things that are in the receipt and payment journal or known as cash control account, but not in the bank statement. But not in the bank statement. What are those three things? Well, I need answers. What are the items that are in the receipt and payment journal or known as the cash control account, but not in the bank statement? Very simple. Very simple. Now we are going to check. Okay. Yes, very good, very good. Ziana has given the answer. This 249,000 is not available. This Somapala 178 is also not available. And this 115,000 is also not available. Now you have to identify now what's the next step. Which transactions are unpresented and which transactions are unrealized. Okay, so this is very logical. Very logical. Come on, can anyone tell me this 115,000 is unpresented or unrealized? UP or UR? Come on, someone can someone please tell me? This 115,000, which is not available in the bank statement, is it unpresented or unrealized? Even if your answer is wrong, it doesn't matter. No problem. But make sure you're giving answers, okay? Yes, very good, very good. Ziana has given the answer. What about Ashini and Visma? Is this unpresented or unrealized? Yes, very good. Visma has also given the answer. Very happy, very good. What about others? What about Ashini? Is this 115,000 unpresented or unrealized? No problem. Even if your answer is wrong, I will still give you an explanation. I will still give you an explanation. Even if your answer is wrong, no problem. Yes, very good. All three have given the correct answer. Why is this unprecedented? Now I want, why is this unprecedented? That is because you have paid a check. You have given a payment in the form of a check, 115,000. But okay, so that is why it is there in the payment journal. But what has happened? This person, Wilbert Pereira, this person has not put it, not given it to the bank. He has not presented to the bank. Very simple. Okay, very simple, huh? Right? So this is done. So let's quickly move on to the answer. Okay. So unpresented check. Unpresented check is how much? 115,000 is always positive. Unrealized. There are two unrealized checks. Very simple. What are those two? One is 249,000. You put it as minus 249,000. And then another unrealized check. What is that? Yes, 178,000. Right? So we are done. What else needs to be adjusted? Because we have taken this balance. We have taken this balance. Okay. If we have taken this balance, then you don't need to adjust this. But we have taken this balance. So what do you need to adjust? Yes. So 54,000 transfer of 54,000, and then another debit tax of 382. Very simple. So the answer is how much? How is the answer coming? Yes, very simple. Okay, very simple, straightforward one. Right. So this is how you have to do it. Right. Is everything okay? Adjusted balance. Is everything okay? Has everyone understood what I have done? Adjusted balance of bank reconciliation. I don't have enough space. That's why I'm saying. Is everyone okay with this? Okay. Is the class every Sunday? The student is having another class. Is that class you're having it on every Sundays, or is it only today? Okay. Okay. Right. So no problem. You can leave. Please catch it with the recordings. Right. Okay. So the next one. Right. Very simple. We are done. Now I'm going to share the tute again. Right. Okay. So can someone please confirm whether you all can see my tute? See the tute? Right. Thank you. Thank you, Ashini. Right. Very simple. State whether the following balances are favorable or unfavorable. State whether the following balances are favorable or unfavorable. So debit balance according to the cash control account. Make sure you are writing these. Debit balance according to the cash control account is a favorable balance. Okay. Debit balance according to the bank statement is a unfavorable balance. So these things we need to remember. Okay. Unfavorable balance. The next one, credit balance according to the cash control account is unfavorable. Unfavorable means minus. Okay. Unfavorable means minus balance. Favorable balance means plus balance. Credit balance according to the bank statement is favorable balance. Favorable balance. Right? Please make sure you take this down. Please make sure you take this down. Then we can move on to the next one. Right? Okay. Can someone please tell me? Okay. Can someone please tell me what is overdraft? Does anyone know what is overdraft? Does anyone know what is overdraft? Someone please tell me what is overdraft balance? So overdraft balance, okay. I'm giving you all 1 minute. Please read this, okay. For 1 minute, I'm giving you all 1 minute. Please read this, and then we will move on. Right? Okay. So now the overdraft balance is something like this, okay. You are having zero balance in your bank statement. In your bank, you have having zero balance. And what you're going to do is you are asking a loan from the bank. C Bank, I'm one of your most loyal customers. Okay. So please provide me a loan of 100,000. 100,000. Please provide me a loan. Okay. Please provide me a loan of 100,000. So this is a minus balance. This is what is called overdraft. Very simple. Okay. Right. So that's it. When there is a bank overdraft, from business point of view, it is a liability. From the bank point of view, it is an asset. Right? Why? Why it is a liability from a business point of view? Can someone please tell me why it is a liability from business point of view when it is an overdraft? Why liability? Overdraft. Why overdraft is a liability? Overdraft is a liability because it is a loan. Loan that you need to pay to the bank. Why it is an asset? The bank will be receiving something in the future. This is a receivable. So, can you remember debtors? Yes, debtors is a asset for bank, asset for anyone, right? Okay. So quickly, let's move on to the next question, right? cash control account balance is this, right? You need to prepare the amended cash control account and the bank reconciliation statement. I'm giving you all 5 minutes. Quickly do this, and then I will be coming back with the answer. Right, okay. So let's start the answer. Okay, let's start the answer. Very simple question. Okay, so first of all, what you have to identify is whether cash control account balance was a credit balance. Now I want to know whether it's a favorable or unfavorable balance. Cash control account balance. Okay, want to know if it is credit favorable or unfavorable. We have done it in the previous page. We have done it in the previous page, saying if it is favorable or unfavorable. Come on, I need answers. The cash control account is a credit balance, whether it is favorable or unfavorable. Well, I need answers from Ashini and Rizma. Is it a plus or a minus? Is it a plus or a minus? Okay, please go to this thing which I'm going to show it again. Okay, going to show it again. We have done this. Just now we have done this. Credit balance according to cash control is an unfavorable balance. We have written this just now. Okay, just now we have written this. Unfavorable balance is a credit balance in cash control account. Ashini, Rizma, are all okay? Did you all understand? If you haven't understood, then I can't go forward. Ashini and Rizma, have you all understood? Right. Okay. So we can move on. Right. So it is an unfavorable balance minus 420,000. And then you are going to adjust it. Okay. You are going to adjust. What you are going to adjust? Bank charges you are going to adjust. How much is the bank charge? Minus 2650. Why minus? Because bank charge will reduce your balances. Direct deposits, DD, how much? 30, sorry, before that standing order payments. Okay. SO, standing order. What is the standing order? Insurance payment directly done by the bank. So that means it's a negative balance, 18,000. Right? Direct deposits. Direct deposits. Someone directly deposits to your bank account. 36,000. Right? And then unrealized, unpresented, and erroneously credited by the bank. You don't do this. Right now, why? These are bank errors. Right? This comes under bank reconciliation and not in the adjusted cash control account. Okay. Right. So this is the amended cash control account. Very simple. Did you all understand? Is this okay? Is this okay? This is mine, Ashini. Very simple one. Okay, this has to be 36, right? Sorry, not 360. It has to be 36. Right? Is this okay? Can I go forward and prepare the bank reconciliation? Right? Isma is okay. What about Ashini? Did you understand? Is there any doubt that you want to clarify? Is everything okay? Right? So I assume everything is okay. We can move on to the bank reconciliation statement. Bank reconciliation. Right? Now, first of all, what you need to do? You need to always put the amended cash control account balance. This is the balance. Right? And then next one, what you are going to do? Yes, deposit but not realized. First of all, you need to put the unpresented. Okay. Unpresented. You need to always edit unpresented. 190,000. Unrealized. Minus 260,000. And then bank has erroneously credited 32,000. Credited means it's a positive balance. You have to make it as a negative balance. Bank error. So are you going to adjust this? Bank has erroneously credited 32,000 for the bank business bank account. You are not going to adjust this. Why? You have not adjusted this in the cash book. You are not going to do anything. Very simple. This is the final answer balance. This is the final balance. Did you all understand? Is there any doubt? Very simple question again. Is there any doubt? Okay. So we are moving on to the next question. Question number 5. I hope nothing is this thing. So I'm not going to give you time for the next question. We have to finish. We are finishing the class today as soon as possible, right? So the bank reconciliation, again, we are doing the same thing, right? After this question, we are going to wind up the session. So I want to quickly finish this off, okay? Cash control account of ABC Limited has recorded an overdraft balance. Now, behind the question number 5, 280,000. Overdraft balance of 280,000. Now, this is positive or negative? Can someone please tell me? Rizma, is this positive or negative? Is this 280,000 positive or negative? It is a negative balance. Why? Overdraft. What is the meaning of overdraft? Overdraft means you have zero balance in the bank account. I have explained it again. Again, I'm going to explain it. Overdraft means you have zero balance in the bank account and you get a loan from the bank. So that means anyway your balance is minus, right? Balance is zero. You're getting a loan and your balance is, you are payable of 100,000 to the bank. So make sure that is always 280,000. This is always a negative amount. Okay. Always a negative amount. Why? It is a overdraft balance. And then first one, OD interest charge not updated in the payment journal. OD interest charge not updated in the payment journal is how much? Minus 1,400. Okay, so Rizma, did you understand why this is negative? Is everything okay? Overdraft. Why overdraft is a negative balance? Yes, right. Very good. So direct deposits made by debtors. Direct deposits made by debtors. Deposits. This is a positive balance. Why? Directly they have deposited to the bank, but you have not recorded. This will increase your cash control account balance. Next one, check issued to a creditor 78,000 has not been recorded in the payment journal, but bank has made the payment to the above check. So bank has direct remittances. So direct remittances, bank has directly paid to the creditor minus 78,000. Why minus? Because this will reduce your balance. Okay. Out of the total check issued 540, only 400 has been presented to the payment. Are you going to adjust this in a cash control account or not? Unpresented checks, are you going to adjust this? No, right? This is not your job. This is the bank job. Okay. So we're not going to adjust the unpresented checks. Out of the total checks deposited, only 360 is realized. Unrealized, are you going to adjust this now? No, in the bank reconciliation. Check issued for the creditor 56,000 was dishonored by the bank, and the bank charged 1,200 as dishonored charge. Dishonored check. Dishonored check. Okay. Check issued for the creditor. You have paid a creditor 56,000. That is dishonored. That means that check is invalid. So you have reduced your value by issuing a check. You have reduced your value, and then the value should be here. The value should be increased. So 56,000 positive plus bank charges. That the bank charges of how much? 1,200. This is always minus. Right? Very simple, straightforward one. Right? 164,600. 164,600 is the amended cash control account balance. Is this okay? Is there any doubt? Isma, is there any doubt? Right, no doubts. I hope we can go forward and prepare the bank reconciliation. Very simple. Right? So, we are going to prepare the bank reconciliation. Okay, bank reconciliation. We have to start with which balance we have to start? Can someone please tell me? Cash control, which balance you need to start with? Always you're going to start with this balance. Okay. And then there are only two adjustments we have not made. What are those two adjustments? Number one is unpresented checks. Unpresented checks. Let's make these items bold. Okay. So that you all can easily see what we are doing. Unpresented checks is how much? Out of 540, only 400 has been presented. So how much you have not presented? 140,000. Then unrealized. Unrealized is how much? Out of 440, only 360 has been realized. That means 80,000 is not realized. Okay. Finally, how much is the value? Balance. How much is the balance? Very simple. This is the balance. We are done with all the questions and ready to move on to the past paper questions. All okay. Is everything okay? Right? So we are done with this. And next week, today we are finishing the class a little early. Next week, you have, what do you have? Yes, homework. So 2012, this question is homework for you. This question is homework for you. Again, these questions, all of these questions are homework. This is also homework. This is also homework. So these are all past paper questions that we are going to do, okay? Make sure you attempt this and come so that we can quickly do these questions. I don't want to explain you too much. Don't want to waste your time. See, all of these should be homework, okay? Next week, all of these should be homework. See, I have taken from 2006 advanced level, I have taken these questions. Okay. Right. So all of these questions are homework. Right. So please make sure you are doing these questions and coming for the next session. Probably next Sunday. Definitely, we will be conducting the class next Sunday. Okay. So please make sure you are doing this Right? All the best. Let's meet up next week.